All right, we live for real this time. For real this time. I'm looking for a scissor. Child. All right, guys. It's the Talkin Dirty team. The Talkin Dirty crew. The dirt.
What?
The dirt devils. I don't know.
Dirty old dirt devil.
Dirty old dirt bags.
Your lint liquor.
Your lint liquor. Who are you calling a cootie queen? You lint liquor.
That is the best
commercial
ever. I think I screamed.
Ages so
the
low.
first time I
all
heard
the
that.
time. Every single time. Okay, guys. So today I have Gene loves plants. He's here with me in my humble abode, and we are going to repot my beloved ZZ plant.
Your ZZ plant.
I actually got this from my homegirl.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey, hot Tyler girl.
Arms with us too.
Look it, my baby is still alive.
These
Pretty.
things are hard to kill. That doesn't mean you can't kill them. I'm just gonna read this. Okay. It's too much. I can't pronounce this. This is ZZ plant.
Oh God.
I'm gonna tell you, this thing is called a. Can you do that? Who is talking?
Oh. You about to get me copywritten, sis. Baby girl, where'd you put the remote? How? Oh wait, maybe it's.
Oh, but you know that's very Virgo of her. She needs to be the boss. So I don't know if I can pronounce this. It's the ZZ plant. It's called the Zamioculus. Zamioculus. Okay. Zamioculus.
Yeah.
Zamifolia.
Okay. ZZ.
Okay. It's native to tropical East Africa. Okay. And it's also called a Zanzibar gem. And it's very, very, very low maintenance, right? So this thing is a succulent.
Make a little area for us to get dirty. Not that kind, guys. That's for later.
With her husband.
Jeez, I gotta make it very known.
I don't want none of it. No, just So this guy is a succulent, and it has very thick roots, right? So that means you guys don't have to water this guy a lot. It's from Africa, so it's from a region of Africa. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know which region, but it's probably you could probably find it all over Africa. It has these thick petioles, thick leaves, and very thick roots. So it holds on to water. If you give it too much water, it will rot and it will die.
Okay, I didn't know that. So the thicker the root, that's the more water.
It's not necessarily the thicker the root. It's just more about like the species of plant. Okay. That's kind of why it's really important to like really. I mean, I read about every plant that I buy before I buy it. I'm not going to always remember, so I always keep that information on hand. But every plant is really different. Some plants like a lot of water. A lot of alocasias, they like water, right? But a lot of succulents come from places where there is no water.
Right.
So they adapt to that. So if you give them too much water, they don't know what to do with it, and they'll reject it and kind of die. Mm-hmm.
That's why this is my only. Okay, that's what I was wondering if we were gonna have to cut that out of there.
Yeah, we do have to cut it.
This is my only set of succulents that have not died. Like all the other succulents that you have given me.
She's doing really good too, because these guys. I'm gonna tell you, I don't mess with succulents. I have a sansevieria, which I guess would be close to being a succulent, and a couple aloe plants, which are succulents. But like these echeverias, I don't mess with them. They're too temperamental.
Let me know if this works.
And I get very upset when my plants die, so I'm not really good with these. Oh, little arm scissors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I might have bigger scissors. Or I could cut it.
Yeah, you cut it. So this plant, a lot of people think that you can grow these plants with no sun, and that is a misnomer. It's not true. Plants need sun to live, but they can go through periods of time. Like they can live in low light. Of course, they're going to thrive in bright light. But you can grow them in your house in bright, indirect sunlight. So just like a snake plant, they really are kind of like indestructible. Of course they are. They come from Africa. So, and I'm calling these roots, but they're rhizomes. Well, these are the roots, but there's like bulb-like structures that are rhizomes that are in here too. And that's where they grow from. It's always nice to have a partner. Don't be too upset if a couple of the these guys come off. They grow more as long as you don't get, really give it shock. I like to massage my plant just to see what's going on in there because there's impacted dirt in there.
Massage your plants, guys. They like it. They like when you talk to them sweetly. Right. When you massage them nice and tenderly.
But it's true. You like to get massaged, right?
I do.
They do too.
It's wild. Like like how many different ways that we are so like connected to this earth.
Right.
And like the more and more you learn about natural things, the more and more you learn about plants, the more and more you learn about the ecosystem, animals, like other things, the more and more you realize how intertwined we all are at our like roots.
Well, there's all types of science where like they tell you to kind of like take your shoes off and your socks and go to a park and like ground yourself. There's some type of something like that. There's some type of energy that connects us to the planet. Like there's science that like hugging trees benefits the human and the tree.
But I believe it. Wild. There goes that petrichor.
You smell it?
I smell it. Yes.
Petrichor.
Petrichor.
Yeah, it's a wet earth. So this guy right here, this little potato-like thing, that's your rhizome. And the plant kind of grows through a system that's connected underground by the rhizomes. What she's showing you, right, is really interesting. This big old plant, somebody planted, I don't know, maybe it was always in there, but there was no dirt. Look at this. Chyna, show them the dirt.
Oh wow.
That's all the dirt that was in there.
That's wild.
Right. So,
wait, does it need more dirt than that?
Chyna, this was all root.
Well, it's been surviving though. It's been, I mean,
they're hard to kill. The plants are really hard to kill, but you don't want to do that to a plant just because it won't die.
Okay, no, that's not what we're not into the torture game. I'm not trying to keep it alive just enough for me to keep. No.
Well, no, you're doing the right thing.
We're excited. So actually, we went and got a new planter.
Usually, when you're planting a plant, you kind of just want to go a size up. We're going a couple sizes up, but also I'm making that decision because, I mean, I guess it was just sitting at like a display or something forever. You guys have to go into your plants and you got to make sure that they can breathe. Again, I was telling Chyna that it's an indestructible plant, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't suffer. Now, one of the things I didn't really know I was planting today because I would have brought over screening so that dirt didn't get through here. But I don't think we have that. You don't have any like screening window.
No.
All right. Well, she's just gonna have to watch this. But just for you guys out there, you kind of just want to put screening in there because this is a large hole and dirt will come out, which only means that every now and then you're gonna have to top off your plant, which you would have to do anyway. You have any rocks?
Nope, I meant to get those from work too. We were rushing.
Oh, I had some rocks. I just like changed out the
I know
display.
because I saw them on your...
Yeah, and I can't use them anymore. Oh well. That would have been nice to use. This pot is so large, I feel like we're going to use all of this soil. But we're just going to use, since we're not getting any like kickback from this company, I'm going to turn that label around. And this is a cactus, palm, and citrus mix, which is a really good mix for succulents anyway. If I were at home, I would have added perlite to this and probably some orchid bark, just so that it, has drainage. These plants are from an area of the world where they do need to be kind of like dry. And when I say that, you just want to make sure that it's dry in between watering. but I'm just kind of like pushing the dirt out of the side. I'm also going to break up this root just a little bit. It's like I'm letting out her hair. Planting. All right. That's just going to fit in there snugly.
And meanwhile, I'm just like so enthralled in all of this that I'm like,
Really?
I'm the most quiet I feel like I've been ever.
Why?
Which is so funny because you're so in your zone and I feel like you're usually the quiet one. And like now I'm like, you're just like, you're popping off with all the knowledge off the dome biscuit. Like.
So, with that being said, so again, like if you guys are gonna plant this, you can just get like a tropical soil mix or a cactus, palm, and citrus mix. I wouldn't use like regular potting soil because I feel like that's not really like a good substrate, and you usually have to add stuff to it anyway. So when you're using that stuff, use it as a base.
Oh, look how pretty!
You might want to save this just for future plants.
Oh, okay.
We don't really like throwing away plastic, guys. I get all eco-friendly.
Oh my god, she's so pretty!
So, mix it. Sorry, I think I got someone. I am going to top it off with the regular potting mix, because that's what we have. So you use what's available today.
Okay.
Sorry. These guys. So someone said to me last week. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I water my plant every week." You do not water plants every week. Don't ever water a plant every week. Get a water meter. Chyna has a water meter.
Chyna had a water meter. It's broken, but I'm gonna leak the one that I had. It was great. It didn't break because it was bad. It broke because I have a toddler and she thinks everything is a toy, even though it's not. But Eugene was actually about to say something that you said to me the other day while you were here, and it made me think about like another way that like plants are like so relatable. It's so funny. We always like say how like I've been trying to convince myself that I have to convince people that like, oh no, plants and like humans are like so close to life. It's like, duh, like it's like it's just natural. Like everything, like we all need the sun. We all like procreate. We all drink water. Like it's necessity. Like we need it. It's necessary. We need to have water. Right. We need to have sunlight. We need to have all these things. And you said the other day, like you don't water your plant on a schedule. No. You water your plant as it needs to be watered
when it's thirsty.
And that's the same thing that I had to learn when I was breastfeeding.
Right.
It's like they tell you that you're supposed to pump every 2 hours. They tell you that you should, because your child should be eating every 2 hours. But Orm wasn't eating every 2 hours. She was eating, and then she was eating again in 15 minutes, and then she was eating and falling asleep, and then she would wake up and want to feed for 30 minutes.
And imagine if you stuck to a schedule, she'd be hungry
or overfed, and like that, and that's how like I feel like moms have such a hard time with their breastfeeding journey because they're trying to fit this criteria that you're telling them that they have to do, and no, they don't actually.
No, I think and I think it's really interesting. I think the creator, however you want to iterate the creator, gives us these internal like clocks, right? You know what? I'm cut off.
Yeah.
I know I am. I don't mind talking about how to plant. Gives us these, and she all messed up because she can't control the situation. Taurus. Gives you an internal clock. Like you knew as a mother to not listen to that, right?
Oh, well, no, actually, it took me a while.
Really?
Which is why I'm happy I breastfed
I'm glad you said that.
For as long as I did. Because I thought, like, my mom didn't breastfeed. And I had moms who did. And, like, my mom friends really helped me through it. They did. It maybe took me 4 or 5 months. But, like, 6 months, I hit a stride with breastfeeding that I wasn't concerned about doing it on a schedule.
So I was, and not to cut you off, to add to what you're saying, I was talking more about her wanting to eat. Like you listen to her.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right. Like, but what I mean is like, with my mom friends, they helped me solidify that it was okay for me to follow that.
Right.
Because they were successful moms who had successful breastfeeding journeys, who like were there with me like 100% of the time, and so I trusted them, and so I trusted myself. In turn, I trusted myself, and I was like, she's gonna eat when she wants to eat. Why would I tell her no? Especially if she's only eating for 5 minutes, because that happens. Right. You want a snack. Right. Like, this might just be a snack. Like and then in 20 minutes, you might actually sit down and do 30-minute breastfeed. And now I know that you're good and you're satiated, and now I know you might not come back for 2 hours at that point. Right. But like saying that I'm going to breastfeed and then not feed her for 2 hours is like, doesn't make sense.
So bring that back to plants. It's the same with them. And I think it's interesting, like, so they say that like real plant parents or real plant people are serial killers. Like, and I'm one. Like, you kill so many plants, really, before you understand how to deal with them. But it's the same with plants. So like when I first started my plant journey, I was killing plants all the time because I thought that you had to like have them on this schedule. Mm-hmm. And the best thing I did was get a water meter. And I got it because people would say, oh, water it when the first 2 or 3 inches are dry. I don't know what that is. Right. Right? Like, and then like if you're feeling the wrong part of the plant, like this outside's gonna always be dry. Mm-hmm. It's gonna always be dry.
Where the root is and where the bowl and where all of the earth is happening.
It's where you live. Like the part of Harlem I live in is so humid because we're by the river. So my plants don't drink as often. Oh. Right? But the plant will also tell you what it needs. You just have to listen to it. So Chyna got one of these, which is really good because it'll protect your floor. This is in a terracotta pot, so it will dry out more. Oh. It'll dry out faster. Okay. I don't tend to necessarily like them, but they would be great for like a plant like this. So this might dry out more. It wicks, like the terracotta wicks all of the moisture.
Because it's
porous.
I was gonna say it.
I'm sorry,
knew that.
Chyna knew it though.
I knew it, guys. I did.
So we're just gonna give it a thorough watering, and that's it. So, bright indirect light, east facing window is best. You want to put it in a soil that has drainage, so perlite is important. Might want to mix it with some charcoal, some orchid bark, but a good cactus soil is going to do that anyway. And you can fertilize it, but you only fertilize it once. That's in the spring, and you don't fertilize it again.
Look.
That's it.
Mommy's plant has a new home. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure that you guys like, follow, and subscribe to Jean Loves Plants, the #1.
On YouTube. You gotta put in the 1.
On YouTube. And then Jean Loves Plants on all other platforms. And while you are here, like and subscribe to Talkin Dirty, because that's what we're here to do.
Handle.
Huh?
You didn't give your handle.
I mean, you guys can follow me on Mommy Faceted as I am also juncturing now on the... I don't know. You threw me off.
You can follow her on Mommy Faceted and Livin' La Vida Broca.
Livin' La Vida.
And also, you can get the music if you like it, and I think you do because I love it. Just follow Grio on SoundCloud. There's a lot of other music too. That's it.
Okay.